we got ourselves not the weekly ReZero cut content from Mr. Annie News, but a new hype marketing. The animator behind MT's best episode is making this new anime. It looks amazing, honestly, based off of the art style. It does remind me of MT. Tell me more about it.
You know an anime is gonna be good when the man directing it also happens to be responsible for this.
The bread?
If this is the effort he puts into animating bread, then one can only imagine how much.
Why did that bread scene even happen? Because they go viral. I loved it. It's just, I remember watching this episode and being like, what the hell did I just witness? Like, nothing was seemingly happening. I think this was around the time when Rudy was, you know, kind of like fighting his dad, right? Paul was crashing out. I feel like it was kind of around there. Anyways, this shit went crazy.
Then one can only imagine how much effort he'd put into an anime of his own. So, what is this anime I'm talking about? Well, allow me to introduce you to Sentenced to be a Hero. The prison record.
Sentenced to be a hero? It sounds like being a hero is like a punishment, right? Honestly, that's kind of like isekai. Imagine dying and reincarnating, and boom, the goddess or god is like, welcome. Instead of resting in peace, I'm gonna give you this responsibility to like save this world and beat the Demon King. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did I ask for this?
Of Penal Hero Unit 9004. This is a post-apocalyptic world where attacks by demons are rampant, but not in the way that you might think.
Okay.
You see, where normally you'd classify demons as something like this or this, demons here are more so anomalies in nature turned monster. They're these unintelligent creatures that attack anything and everything.
Got it. They're just monsters.
The trailer describes it as more of a blight, so in a way the threat of demons here is something more akin to that of a zombie apocalypse.
Damn, that popping scene, man. This looks really fluid. The colors, the overall drawing, it looks really nice. We should check out the trailer for this too later.
Here is something more akin to that of a zombie apocalypse. It's a constant war that requires a constant presence on the front lines.
Okay.
Two factions consist of that defense force. The first being the Holy Guard we'd recognize as the Standard
Church
Kingdom Knights, and the second
Okay.
being these so-called heroes.
I'm gonna assume that the Holy Knights are probably corrupt, evil motherfuckers, right? Usually, any people related to some sort of holy church in these kind of shows, they're just default bad.
Kingdom Knights, and the second being these so-called heroes. I put quotations here on heroes since hero is as much a title to them as it is to the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It's a forced position given to those convicted of the most heinous crimes imaginable. These
Literally
criminals
Suicide
are
Squad.
then sentenced to heroism.
What the hell kind of crime could this girl have committed? Maybe she is the most devious one of them all, man. You never know.
Are then sentenced to heroism.
Like, I could definitely see this guy being like this guy. Yeah, I don't fuck with this guy. He definitely, I mean, his name is literally Berserker, bro. I'm scared of this guy. But you never know. Maybe he's like a really sweet guy, and we're just judging a book by its cover. While this one is called The Worst Thief. What other ones are there? This one is called... Dude, this guy's name is just Terrorist. Norgal Senridge, his epithet is just Terrorist. This guy is Venetim Leopold, the swindler. Terrorist is fucking crazy. This one is Knight Captain. You guys can't see it over here. Anyways, the letters are really, I know it's very faint, but this one is Knight Captain. Anyone else? This one was The Worst Thief. This is the Berserker. This one is, I don't see this one. Hold up. Why doesn't this one have a title? Maybe it's just not translated here. I feel like it should be over here, but I don't see any English letters.
Sent to the front lines to complete the most difficult missions possible, and will continue that fight well into death and beyond. What I mean is that even if one of these heroes were to die, they would simply be resurrected and sent right back to the front again.
What?
Now, sure that...
Then why would we care if there is no punishment for dying, right? You just respawn and you go back in. Like in ReZero, there is this psychological aspect of it is terrifying to use the power. You don't want to use it. And there's a beautiful way of using straight bet in season 2 to make sure that Natsuki Super will not abuse the power. But here it's just like, are you dying or you respawn? Okay, so what?
That immortality may sound ideal, but just like in Log Horizon, it comes with a price.
Okay.
You see, every time you die, you lose part of you that makes you you.
There we go.
Die too much and
This some Dark Souls shit. You're literally becoming a hollow.
Eventually, you become a hollow shell with no
Literally a hollow shell. There it is.
sense of self at all. It's arguably a fate worse than death. So, that's a general overview of the world this fantasy takes place in, and already there's quite a few things that it does differently.
I wonder what happens to a person who's completely become like a hollowed ghoul. Do they become monsters, demons that we're fighting against? Well, then you and honestly, how does this reincarnation system really work? Is it just the prisoners? Who knows? I'm sure they'll explain the mechanics if you actually watch the anime.
From heroes to demons and a lot more after, it seems like sentenced to be a hero likes to subvert these roles. The part of the story that's a bit more standard is the plot revolving around our main character Xylo. He's the former head of the Holy Knights, now turned hero for the alleged crime of killing a goddess.
That killed a goddess? Goddess Slayer. I'm sure he had a good reason, right? I feel like maybe not every criminal, every hero has like a good reason, but like I could definitely see how some of these quote unquote criminals, you know, did something bad, but it was like they had to do it. There's like a good reason of why they had to do it, and maybe this goddess was like an evil figure.
Goddesses are yet another role different from the norm, since here they're more so organic weapons rather than deities. Xylo was teamed
Damn, that entire sequence of movement, bro. Look at the character acting.
since here they're more so organic weapons.
Look at the hair fluttering. The level of expression in this, like the hair fluttering and the empty, like literally Mushoku Tensei. Like if you show me this, I'd be like, yo, is this Mushoku Tensei, man? Because like obviously the director, right? The overall like art style, this looks really, really similar. Because it's the guy doing it.
Xylo was teamed up with one before, and it's here on the front lines that he finds himself teamed up with one once again. Together, the two will have to survive.
How old is she? Age doesn't matter. Remember, age does not matter in fictional drawings. It's all about character proportions, the overall design, and their personality. Are they mature or are they immature? But like, alright, we got a lolly.
The never-ending war they've been plunged into, and in the process hopefully uncover what it was that really put them there. Now, while the Xylo story does sound basic, it's the world it's in and the characters he's surrounded by that really makes Sentenced to be a hero stand out. With every person alongside him being an actual criminal, you meet some interesting personalities that complement the duo well.
I am so down, bro. I mean, I want a group of just insane schizo people. Like an entire squad of like Betelgeuses, bro, from ReZero.
So, it's all of them together that create Penal Unit 9004, resulting in a cast that has quite a bit of depth to it.
This is what a 2D dragon should look like to bait. Not your garbage 3D CG, bro. Like, what is going on? Hand-drawn dragon. Oh, thank God.
Now, that all sounds great on its own, but without the incredible staff behind it, there's a good chance Sentenced to be a hero would have been overlooked by a lot of people. Luckily, Hiroyuki Takashi is making his directorial debut with it, so if you liked episodes 5, 17, or 21 from Mushoku Tensei...
Oh, baby! Turning point! Turning point, Orsted pulling up. Yes, give me more.
Those were the ones he directed himself.
Hell yeah.
He was also responsible for a lot of the key animation on those episodes as well.
Hell yeah.
So, as the man directly responsible for bringing us some of the most iconic scenes from Mushoku Tensei,
hell
I personally
yeah.
can't wait to see an entire anime of that caliber.
Let's go.
It's possible that may not be the case, but with the trailer looking as clean as it is already, there's a very good chance that we're in for a treat with this one. Now, next I want to talk about Shield Hero Season 4, since while the second and third season...
Shameless. And I know that Anime knew that like if this video was packaged as Shield Hero, no one would click on it. Like he baited us. This is the real intent, bro. He baited us just so he could talk about Shield Hero Season 4. I'm interested. Because like, again, I've seen both Season 1 and Season 2. In fact, there should be a couple of Shield Hero Season 2 reactions on my channel. Probably near the end, okay? Because that's when like my old channel got deleted and I started a new one here and kind of like brought it here. But that Season 2 is not it, man. I hear Season 3 was pretty good, but Season 4 is coming back and I just don't think it's possible to, you know, react to it on time. But are people actually keeping up with this shit though? Because I feel like a lot of people just quit at season 2. No matter how good it is afterwards, it's really hard to resurrect that momentum once it's dead.
Season weren't quite as good as the first, the story after the second does start to get interesting again. I know the initial popularity was built upon the revenge plot, but...
And that's the thing, bro. The gimmick of these quote-unquote banished from the party shows, right? The multi-revenge arc was so good. If Shield Hero just wrapped it up season 1 with that, I would have said, this is the best revenge isekai story I've ever seen in my life. What a complete show. From start, middle to end, god damn, it made us angry, it made us frustrated, but it also made us cry tears of joy as Multi got turned into bitch. But then afterwards, it's like, what do you got after, right? Because that's the thing, it's a gimmick, bro. Once you're done with the revenge plot that everyone signed up for, what more do you have to deliver? And I feel like season 2 just had no understanding of what it was trying to do.
With that being resolved relatively quickly, Shield Hero has found itself in a weird place where it needs to build itself a new identity. I mean, it's a series I myself dropped halfway through season 2 as well, but am considering getting back into due to how promising season 4 looks.
Low key, we could just watch season 3. You know what? I'm down. I will. Maybe I'll make a video just to gauge some interest of like, yo, season 3 reactions, anybody? Right? Just like kind of what we did for My Dress Up Darling, just to see like, do you guys care about this? But I don't think people do.
The animation seems far better than it was before, and the director is the same person who brought us some of the best episodes from season 1.
Cool.
The assistant director is a returning core member from season 1 as well, then somehow they managed to secure the same art director from big hitters like Dandadan and Jujutsu Kaisen.
The fuck? What's going on with season 4? Why is there so much resource and love being put into this out of nowhere?
Pacing will of course be the #1 factor determining this season's success, so with all the other aspects having a strong foundation, that's the one thing I'm most concerned about.
Okay.
Now, I won't talk about the plot right now, but if you're interested in some videos recapping the seasons and prepping you for the 4th, let me know down in the comments.
I'm down.
For now, I just wanted to put Shield Hero back on your radar. After a season like this where isekai wasn't very prevalent at all, I think a returning classic like Shield Hero might be able to do well.
But here's the thing, right? Like, no matter how good season 4's content may be, once you have killed the momentum with that season 2, no one will even bother checking it out, right? People cannot be bothered to watch that shit again. I just don't know, man. We'll have to see. I hope I'm proven wrong.
Especially since the isekai it's competing against will be 7th Prince and Reborn as a Vending Machine.
Sequels, though. We got other ones, like, you know, Lord of Mysteries coming up.
But yeah, that's just a short news video that I wanted to share with you.
Cool, thank you.
I'm currently in Japan right now, so the content I'm uploading in between is my backlog of ReZero videos.
I swear to God, everybody just goes to Japan for vacation, man. Everybody and their mamas are just in Japan. Japan trip this, Japan trip that. I mean, I guess the yen is at its lowest and the purchasing power of your local currency may be just worth to go to Japan and ball out. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Please check out News' content. Here's a link to the video. Go give the video a like, juice him up, sub to him if you haven't. And the Suicide Squad-esque anime, I am so down, bro. Subject, what's it called? Sentenced to be a Hero sounds really, really hype. And on the other side, Shield Hero Season 4, it's looking like there is so much love being poured into it. I would like to re-react to this series if possible. Maybe we could do Season 1, skip Season 2, and just do Season 3 and then Season 4 on time. But is there enough time? Do we have enough time to focus on this shit? I feel like there's too many things that we're juggling right now. In summer, it's not like it's a empty season either. There is so many different seasonal anime that's coming back in terms of sequels, in terms of new projects, that I feel like Shield Hero is just an impossible project to, you know, do on time. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, see you next time. Bye-bye.